Okay, we've reached 50 people, so I'll kick off. So my name is Richard Apps. I've been with Paolo now here for about 3 years, but I've been in the networking industry for the last 10. And as I'm sure lots of you are aware, there's been lots of change. We've moved away from selling point products and moved into transformational selling. So today's short series of coffee talks is why SASE, why now? So what we'll do is we'll crack straight in, and hopefully you'll enjoy the content this morning. So let's look at a short summary first before we move into market trends. Secure Access Service Edge, or SASE, this architecture covers network and security, enabling security access and high performance connectivity to users anywhere. However, many cloud delivered security solutions fail to provide enterprise grade security to remote users. With Prisma SaaS, we can deliver this at scale, but SaaS is both simple and complex at the same time. The challenges with traditional architectures that backhaul traffic to data centers no longer make sense. They offer limited app coverage, incomplete security, and poor user experience. So as we move away from physical firewalls to cloud, in our experience advising enterprise in complex transformational deals, the biggest mistake we notice within enterprises is making them think that network and security transformations are doing that separately instead of in a linear fashion. Most often, network and security teams are not involved in the internal or external IT discussions. And unfortunately, the lack of holistic approach means that that's less than optimal results for your digital transformation investment in SASE. Right, so you'll also hear that ZTNA 2.0. If we look at Zero Trust, it's purely focused on providing access management and access control to authenticated users. The nature of SASE, on the other hand, is broader, and that bundles in a host of network and security services. So Zero Trust network access being one into a single solution. Another core difference is continuous security inspection and continuous trust verification, protecting all data and all applications. And this should really be the foundation of any SASE solution. So in other words, by combining SASE and Zero Trust principles, companies can achieve Zero Trust network access with a single solution and consistently apply and enforce security policies across their entire network. So what are the benefits of this approach? Well, we see stronger network security, streamlined network management, significantly reduced costs associated with deploying security at scale, which is really important. A single holistic view of the entire network. So what are the major components of SASE? Some of you may have heard SASE. SASE was coined by Gartner in 2019, and it's a framework. Within that framework, you have software-defined WAN, which is SD-WAN. We have Cloud Access Security Broker, which is CASB. We also have next-generation firewall, firewall as a service, Zero Trust network access, secure web gateway, and within our stack, autonomous digital experience management. And what we're seeing across the board is that companies that previously had managed services from MSSPs are moving to a full stack and moving to a full stack self-managed environment. And you can do that.
Richard, just to stop you, we're not seeing the slides progressing.
Oh, I haven't progressed the slides yet.
Okay, great. Thanks for verifying. We've had a few questions about it, so thanks.
So I tried to keep the slides to a minimum, so we'll walk through those shortly. So Secure Access Service Edge is a framework, as I said, for network architecture that brings cloud native security technologies like SWG, CASB, and ZTNA 2.0, and firewall as a service. So what is firewall as a service? Well, this provides next generation firewall features in the cloud, removing all the need for physical hardware at the branch. So SASE integrates firewall as a service into this cloud-based platform, allowing simplified management and deployment. But it doesn't matter what kind of partner you are, whether you're an MSSP, a systems integrator, a value-added reseller, SASE can be sold and to drive many benefits in locking in those customers in network and security. This is a huge opportunity to upsell capability and the Palo Alto network stack and to build on your story. So I'll move into the next slides. What we're going to cover next is market trends. So the market trends of SASE, we really have three fundamental shifts that are driving the need to secure network transformation in the enterprise. So that's hybrid work, cloud and digital transformation, and branch transformation. I'm sure you've heard many of these components. So many of these things have changed for us, how we live, work, and play, very impactful on how we work, and we have to adapt to these components. But there's an important shift. Now, our expectations are much different. We require powerful networking and security. And also we need to have good user experience in accessing applications, no matter where we are. The infrastructure that our customers have put us in a place which has to continually evolve, and that puts us in a position where we need a flexible model like SASE. If we drill into the hybrid workforce, this has become the norm due to COVID, and it's almost a requirement for many organizations due to the pandemic. The research indicates that organizations expect 62% of their employees to work in a remote or hybrid manner. And as a result, most organizations are planning to support a model where the majority of their employees work fluidly anywhere. Next, we've got cloud and digital. These initiatives drive organizations to invest more in SASE, more in SaaS and other public cloud services. We need to be able to look at cloud adoption, enabling companies to be more agile. It's one of the core principles of SASE, being more agile, efficient, and flexible. And what we're seeing is indicative is 92% of all enterprises are now adopting a multi-cloud strategy, which I'm sure you're more than aware of. And then thirdly, we've got branch transformation. This has been happening for some time now. So this is well underway. We've driven, and the first generation of that was SD-WAN, right? So we've driven this new hybrid work and digital transformation initiative. Organizations are fundamentally changing the branch, leveraging them as collaboration hubs, which I'm sure you've seen, and not primary places of work. They tend to move to fuel the WAN transformation from legacy MPLS to SD-WAN. So as we move into legacy network architectures that no longer work in the cloud today, if you think about traditional hub and spoke architectures, they're very disparate network and security stacks, and they don't scale for the hybrid work and cloud. They leave gaps in security with inconsistent capabilities and policies, depending on the user's physical location. So huge increase in data breaches. And of course, we've seen in the news lately, many of these coming to light. And then the third one is backhauling of traffic to the data center for security and policy enforcement. That creates a huge amount of latency and bad user experience. For customers that are successful and have found a well thought out security stack, they can protect against the modern threat vectors. And this is very important, well, just as important as having a high performance network. So as we move into getting into why, stories of the security breaches that expose sensitive data in the news every week, as I said, these events can result in significant impacts on those who have information exposed, as well as the loss of trust and financial penalties for companies that are compromised. New industry standards from government and regulators are developing at a rapid pace, forcing organizations to consistently evaluate their security posture and increase the overall level of security. Digital transformation is also driving changes that require a different approach to security. So to hark back to the hybrid workforce, to accommodate that, enterprises are transforming their cybersecurity infrastructure, migrating applications to cloud, while also looking to automate security operations, AI and machine learning, for example. To access applications from anywhere, users require a fast, convenient access to products and services from a wide variety of devices. And this is essentially SASE, giving you agile visibility and control across your whole network. So what is the cost of inaction? Because the cost of inactions are simply too great, if we look at some of the key points here on this slide. Breaches. Well, 96% of organizations surveyed were successfully breached last year. As I said, I think you can see that via the news. They're getting increasingly more intelligent about how they're attacking businesses, and having security gaps in your security stack is not a great idea. So operational disruption. Well, this causes huge operational disruption. And a crucial side effect is successful breaches, with 33% of organizations surveyed said that they were operationally impacted by a cyber attack. You know, the average breach is around 2.4 million as a cost to the business. And I'm sure you've seen the Royal Mail attack, which has recently happened. That's had significant impact on their business. So what do we do about it? Do we look at best of breed, or do we look at platform approach? And I'm sure you've heard this. So traditional approaches force organizations into making difficult decisions. You know, do we have best of breed products for multiple vendors to create an operational complexity and security gaps, or simplify by selecting an approach that sacrifices security for simplicity? But simply put, organizations need to do both. We need to simplify, and we need to choose better security. So we need to act now to delight and help our customers on this journey of consolidation of network and security capabilities into a single cloud delivered service. If we look at by 2024, at least 40% of enterprises will have explicit strategies to adopt SASE. We need to work together as vendor and channel to help take our customers on this journey to cloud. Our customers have invested in our technology, and transition to SASE should be the next step for them. As we move customers off our legacy networks and reduce the amount of point products, we drive out cost, and this is the true convergence. I would actually go as far as saying that SASE is now mission critical for our customers. Now, lots of people on this webinar probably sold SD-WAN, and as we migrate away into various different use cases, most of the single use case during COVID was VPN replacement. So we were replacing a lot of VPNs, but what we're seeing is that use case is building up into 3, 4, or 5 separate use cases, now building a SASE stack, which incorporates some of the products that I mentioned within the SASE stack earlier. But according to Gartner, our CEO survey, what percentage of CEOs said that they would pursue a vendor consolidation strategy for security? It's 90%. 90% of the CIOs that we, or the Gartner survey, would go and do a vendor consolidation strategy. So SASE is happening. SASE is happening now. We need to talk to different personas outside security. We need to talk outside of the network teams. We need to talk to the application teams. We need to talk to the end user compute teams. And we need to build a transformational story around SASE. SASE is not a story we can talk to just one persona within an organization anymore, because we have many different use cases, which we'll go into in a bit. So SASE will also help you increase the size of your deals. It will help evolve your customer base from MPLS to SASE. And we at Palo Alto Networks can help you build those use cases. We can help you build that transformational story. We have a team of specialists that sit within Palo Alto in the different verticals that can help build value-based discussions. And we can do that and help you with your digital transformational journey. Let me just build the slide. So these are the 6 different use cases to be considered when we're looking at SASE. So we have to ask ourselves, why now? Well, if we look at every customer that we have today, at least one use case on this slide, I can guarantee you, is turning into 3. If we look about a year ago, 2 years ago during COVID, like I said, most of the organizations were driving with VPN replacement. But now, as we move into the full stack, even if we look at XDR, where we got mean time to respond, mean time to detect, there's a Gartner paper out that's just been released around SASE and XDR convergence. So there's a huge amount of convergence that's happening in our sector right now. And that convergence has a huge amount of opportunity. We have an ability as our channel and as a vendor to our customers to reduce cost, to remove point products out of our customers and consolidate, remove all of the security gaps that are consistent with a point product architecture. And this is really happening faster than we can, get across our customers. So it's very important for us that we have a partner landscape go have these conversations with our customers. So that was a short session to go through why SASE. We have another session in our series of sessions coming up. So the next one is SASE and the future of firewall and CDSS with Matt Smith. Please register. I know that there'll be some invites coming out shortly, but thank you for joining this short webinar.